Hey guys, what's up? It's been a while. It's Rarecoin, and you do notice that I've changed my name from Dr. Dragonite. I've had this change for a while, but I don't think I've really made any videos since I name changed. So if you're watching me and you're like, who the heck is this guy? Well, my name used to be Dr. Dragonite. I did change my Twitch channel and my YouTube channel and everything to Rarecoin to kind of match it. I thought it would be kind of more of a generic name that I could start going by instead of Dr. Dragonite, which has the word Dragonite and it's a Pokemon, and I don't want to get in trouble eventually for having like some other company's like character name or something. So we're gonna go with Rarecoin for a while, and that's the name I'm gonna go under. Now you'll notice in this raid that I make a chest first, and normally I do that when scavengers are kind of like right before prep room right at the beginning, because it makes it so that I don't have to worry about scavengers later on, and then I can get rid of my 2 stamina pots that I keep for home in my solos and stuff. But this was actually a pretty terrible raid, and feel free to watch it in the background if you're trying to learn or something. It is sped up like 6 times, 4 times at some parts, just because I don't do stuff the most efficient and maxed efficiency way, so not everything's going to be like perfect tick and stuff, and so I'm not trying to have a 20-minute speed run behind you and it takes a full 20 minutes of you watching the video. So feel free to enjoy in the background. However, one thing you will notice is that I have basically max gear. I do have my max cape, and that's something that I've been working kind of hard to like work toward, and we've had quite a lot of interesting things going on in RuneScape lately, and it may not seem like it because the general principle of everybody is prices are going down because nothing interesting is going on. But what you have to realize is prices are going down, and that's kind of an interesting thing on its own. And I'm sure I've kind of like played the game through like 3 or 4 major price dips in the market and stuff, and things don't always recover back to where they were, but it's honestly something I'm not really worried about, because your items in RuneScape have like a value to them more than just the money themselves. They provide the usefulness of what they actually are. And even though we're getting a nerf, T-Bow doesn't have +4 prayer bonus, Blowpipe's going to be less accurate, like they're going to have other uses, and they're going to, they're always going to have uses. So as long as you keep your items, the value of what you're using them for, other than like these equipment rebalancing stuff, is always going to stay the same. So my T-Bow is always going to be good for raids. My T-Bow is always going to be usable at TOB if I want to range certain things like Soda Sag or Phase 3 Berserk or something like that. And that's something that I think a lot of people forget about when they look at the prices crashing, is they're like, oh crap, my bank's going down. But the reality is that your bank's value of usefulness is not going down, but just the value that somebody else is willing to pay for that amount of usefulness. But if you always keep your items and you just keep working on toward getting better items and stuff, then relatively you shouldn't have to worry too much about it. We are getting like a couple Fasani's Nightmare, hard mode Nightmare, basically solo, is gonna hopefully be coming back within the next couple of months, and once that comes out, combat achievement diaries, Theater of Blood hard mode, these are all things they're working on, and they're all things that you're gonna need those higher level gear. You're not gonna go to Fasani's Nightmare and try and PB in full Obsidian. You're gonna go in like full Inquisitor and Inquisitor's Mace. So these kind of things are gonna like make the prices go up, I think, but it just might not be immediate. So I wouldn't worry too much about what you're actually doing and stuff. I would worry more about trying to keep upgrading your gear, keep doing that PVM content, and the more drops you get, the more relative GP you'll get. And so like, let's say you get a Primordial Crystal drop from Cerberus. Well, that Primordial Crystal is probably about the same ratio way. You probably have to still get like 23 or 24 Primordial Crystals to get a Scythe if you want to. It's the same as getting 23 or 24 Primordial Crystals like a month ago. And there'll be small fluctuations, like maybe you need 23 instead of 24, but that's just an example. And if you're really concerned about it, then you're gonna end up losing a lot more money in the long run because you'll sell your gear, it will go back up, and then you won't be able to buy everything. So my recommendation in these situations is to just not worry about it and just keep working on getting gear. Now I realized I screwed up at that Tecton. I didn't get bats at thieving. I drank my super combat before I even got to the room, and then I brewed down, so I didn't have super combat for Tecton, so I ended up having to go back all the way to the beginning, and I didn't want to record it, so we're going to skip to Ulm now, which I almost did forget to record for this raid, but I managed it. As we got in the room, I remembered to hit the record button, so we're at least there, and you'll see on Ulm I'm not the best, and the reason I like to do it this way is because to me, like, these special attacks don't really matter because I can still make it through Deathless even with the special attacks. Like, I'm getting hit by some of them I just completely dodge, and then I'm like dodging the special attacks. So this is my 2-to-1 scythe method, and it makes it really easy to dodge most of the specials because most of them don't even like apply to you, and a couple of them will help you by like putting you across the room. You just have to run close to the portal, and then it'll skip the last part before it attacks. And so this is the kind of like rating and stuff I generally do because I'm not very good at the game. Let's be honest, I played this game for so many years, and I'm still not very good because I don't understand, you know, when does Ulm do a special attack? I know he does it like every 3 attacks basically, but it's how to skip that and prevent the specials and stuff. You know, it's not important to learn. You don't need it to learn those things to complete a raid Deathless, but it does help to understand what the specials are, about when they come, after what special is what special. So if you skip one special, then the next one is going to be blah blah blah, like maybe you see portals, so now you know crystals is going to be after portals, and so you keep moving around, that kind of thing. And when firewall is, you want to be running to the other side so you can skip firewall. These are just kind of little things that I picked up, and you know, it's fun for me to raid, but it's not quite fun enough to do it like a whole bunch, and so it's really hard for me to like get clips and stuff when I don't have anyone else to play with, and it's really hard for me to like want to just like go record a video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the background, since it's not something that like I'm really super adamant about playing alone and stuff, and hopefully this helps some people with their solos. But yeah, just don't worry too much about gear prices and stuff. It's not that big a deal. And those are the 2 main topics I want to touch on today, is that, you know, you don't have to be the best at the game, and the price of items doesn't really matter in the long run of playing the game. You may play the game for a month here and there, and then you're just like, oh, I'm gonna quit for like 6 months, and you come back and your bank's lower. But I wouldn't worry if that's the case, because what ends up happening is that one time you'll quit, and then you'll come back, and then your bank will be like twice as much, and you'll be like, okay, wow, that's crazy, my bank doubled. But now you're happy about the time it doubled, and you're sad about when it cut in half or whatever. There's always going to be market rises and falls, and I think the only real way to like fight against it is to actually kind of like, you know, not worry about it, because you have to realize everything's relative. Bandos chest plates are worth just as much as they were compared to Bandos tacets and things like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to leave a like and a comment below if there's any topics you want me to touch on relating to maybe max gameplay, some updates coming. Feel free to leave a comment below and ask any questions, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the raid.